Well, the Vice President, the acting President, did release a statement condemning in the strongest possible terms what he said was an attempt to undermine our democracy. But shortly after, I mean, there was a statement released by the APC, seeming to support the Vice President's stance. The All Progressives Congress condemns in the strongest terms today's unfortunate invasion of the National Assembly by security forces. That was the initial statement. But subsequently, they released another one saying, following Tuesday's incident at the National Assembly, our investigations have now uncovered the sinister plot hatched by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, to foment violence in the legislative chamber, all in a bid to stop his impeachment. They noted a number of things which they said that the timely intervention of the security operatives forestalled the planned violence, which could have led to possible deaths, injuries, and destruction of property in the National Assembly on Tuesday. They talked about thugs. The Senate President mobilized thugs in the National Assembly who almost lynched Honorable E.J. Agbonnaima, the only APC federal lawmaker present, but for the timely intervention of security operatives. I don't know if you saw visuals of Honorable Agbonnaima trying to grant a press interview to journalists who were right in front of the gate, and he was being heckled and booed and had to leave shortly after. Did you see those visuals?
Yes, I did. The same honorable member came in. We were there in the chambers. He came in to the foyer and said hello to everybody. He was cordially received. We interacted with him, and he left.
That was a different picture. I mean, what you were inside. On the outside,
yes.
There were people who were protesting.
Yes.
A lot of
that was civil society. As far as I understand, it was civil society members that were outside also defending democracy. That was my understanding of the situation there. I didn't see any thugs there. I don't know if you saw thugs. Well, what we were told and what we saw were members of civil society.
Yesterday we had Babafemi Ojudu, Senator Babafemi Ojudu, who is special advisor to the president on political matters. I don't know if you watched him yesterday. And he talked about fifth columnists cooperating with the Senate because they were wondering how come it was that it was only PDP senators who were, PDP lawmakers who were aware of that siege happening right in front of the National Assembly. They believe that there was some plot. I mean, as my colleague did enumerate to you, that there was some plot, there was some insider working with the members of the National Assembly to make the executive arm of government look very bad.
No. Please, let's not speculate on these things. Even the statement by the APC, I mean, we can discountenance that statement because the Senate President did clearly talk about that yesterday. I think what we need as responsible Nigerians and lawmakers, I don't know that the APC has an investigative arm. I'm not aware that the APC has an investigative arm. What we need is a proper investigation by our government. Our government has to constitute a panel or whatever instruments they have to investigate this situation. This whole idea that we can go about speculating and having conspiracy theories, to me, doesn't make sense. Let's know what happened. Let the facts be investigated and let the chips fall where they may. Let us know exactly what happened here.
Who do you think should carry out this investigation?
There should be an independent body, if possible, but the executive is has all the instruments at its disposal to carry out this.
Because the allegations have also been, I mean, I don't know if you've heard them, that the blockade of the Senate President's residence was also orchestrated by himself. That the policemen who were said to have carried out that blockade were actually people who were detailed to him. Did you hear those kinds of that particular submission?
Come on, let's not make a comedy of these situations. These are serious situations. You were trying to make a big joke out of very serious situations. Why would the Senate President? I mean, what is he? Is he a Nollywood actor? Well, I mean, what are we talking about? If we want to be serious, let's be serious. Otherwise, we will just keep listening to conspiracy theories.
No, but Senator, as much as you're attempting to write all of this off as mere conspiracy theory or speculation, the reality of the matter is we had PDP senators, PDP lawmakers standing before.
The question you should be asking is why were APC senators not there? That's the question you should be asking. You can't be asking why.
I'm coming, sir. Please don't determine my line of questioning. I'm asking you a question. I would like you to just hear me out and answer my question. The question I'm asking you, sir, is why is it that you had PDP lawmakers before this DSS blockade. And when they're speaking to the media, you're saying there shouldn't be speculation, there shouldn't be conspiracy theory, but we have PDP lawmakers who spoke to the press and told the press things that were patently false about what was going on. They said, for example, they said that APC lawmakers were inside. They also made allegations that the international community is basically the pressure group that pressured the executive to withdraw the DSS. We now know that clearly is not the case of what actually transpired.
How do you know that?
Well, I mean, obviously there was a sack of the DG of the DSS. That doesn't really work. It doesn't really go together.
That's not evidence. That's why I'm saying that instead of speculating, let's get the facts.
No, but this is what I'm saying to you, sir, is that this is happening on both sides. What we saw from the PDP lawmaker, particularly PDP Senator Ben Murray Bruce, he enumerated a series of things that he said were going on that were patently false, that were not true. And what I'm saying to you is that no APC lawmaker was found inside of the chamber. So in all of this, if the media was called, and there's the appearance, at least the appearance of choreography, that the media is there in time to watch all of this transpire. The accusations made against the ruling party are clearly false in terms of the reality of what happened. How do you defend that?
I'm not defending it. All I'm saying to you is let's get the facts. Let's get the facts and let's stop speculating. Let's stop. What you're saying now is speculation. You don't know that Ben Murray Bruce what he was saying was false.
No, we absolutely do know that. There's no speculation about it. It is a fact that there was no APC lawmaker in the chamber.
But you've just told me
to impeach the Senate president.
You've just told me that a lawmaker was interviewed on TV. You've just said that. A lawmaker, an APC lawmaker, was interviewed on TV.
We have to understand that there's a timeline. And you're talking about Representative Honorable Agbonaima, who is a member of the House of Reps, not the Senate, where the impeachment attempt was said to be taking place.
Listen.
So that's not even the right example, sir.
Listen. Let's get the facts. Let's get the full facts, because you're speculating. With all due respect, you're speculating. Let's get the full facts. Let's have a full-blown inquiry. If possible, let it be open and transparent. And let's get the facts. What is wrong with, why are we running away from the facts? Let's get the facts and know what we're talking about. Right now, the truth is, a lot of people are speculating. And that's the truth.
The question
so
is,
let's get the facts.
What facts are we looking for?
Who sent them? Why they sent them? What was the DSS doing there? These are the issues that we're looking at. We need to know this. What were they doing there? What were over, I don't know. I saw so many guns in that place. So many people with balaclavas. What were they doing in the National Assembly?
You talked about who sent them. The question is, the person who ought to have sent them, or the person who should be in the know of sending them, says, we're not in the know. This was done without our knowledge, and as a result,
the DSS?
Somebody has to take the fall for it. That was the reason we read that the DSS DG was fired. Isn't that as factual as could be?
No, it's not a full inquiry. We need to have a full inquiry on this. And I think you in the media as well need to be calling for a full inquiry. You don't know the facts. Let's all know the facts. And then we can have a debate.
Senator,
and a proper...
I'm a bit surprised that you continue this narrative that we don't know the facts and that this is pure speculation. The fact of the matter, and it's been verified, is that
verified by who?
There were no APC lawmakers in the Senate attempting to impeach the Senate president. No matter how you would spin that, that's the reality. That is a fact. It's not speculation.
There's no spin here. What I'm saying is we need to know the facts. I don't know that. I don't know the timelines. I don't know when people were there, when people were not there. You don't know the facts.
No, but
and you cannot tell me that you know the facts.
Senator, sorry to interrupt you, but you say you don't know the timelines, you don't know, but you know the timeline of when you put on your TV. You know the timeline of when you got there. You know the timeline of when you eventually walked through the gates of the National Assembly to get to the foyer of the National Assembly. When you got there, you told us that you couldn't get through to your offices, you couldn't get into the chambers because these places were locked. These are facts. Isn't that a matter of fact?
But that doesn't tell us what happened.
If indeed, because this interview my colleague is referring to was done here on Sunrise Daily. I recall very specifically Senator Ben Murray Bruce speaking to us and saying that APC lawmakers were being let through another gate. There is a list. I think even the Senate President did say that again, that there was a list being given to the security operatives to let in these people through another gate. And he went on to say that if this is allowed to succeed, they were going to talk to the international community to revoke visas. People will not be allowed, even though some people will ask whether that is allowed, considering that you're asking other countries to interfere in our local politics. Some people will say that is, overreaching the bounds. But at the end of the day, these are the facts that you have. From the facts that you could see and from the facts that you witnessed by yourself, would you say that some of the things that your colleagues said were true?
Listen, the mere fact that you're here today asking me these questions shows that we need an inquiry. You are still looking for facts, you yourselves. That's why you're asking me these questions. And I'm saying, let's have a transparent, independent inquiry into this matter. Transparent. So that all these questions you're asking can be answered. You're asking me questions. You're very, you have an appetite for the truth now. You're looking for the truth, which is quite rightly so. That's your job. And I'm saying that let us have a full independent inquiry into this matter so that all these questions you're asking, you shouldn't be asking me. You should have a comprehensive, set body of facts that you can use to answer all these questions.